Israeli forces have been accused of squeezing Palestinians inside the yellow line that was agreed in the US brokered ceasefire. People in some areas of Gaza City say the military is expanding their area of control beyond the line denoted by yellow blocks. Under the ceasefire plan, the Israeli military now retains control of more than half of Gaza's territory.
2026 is a year we hope will be a good start for us, that the yellow line will disappear completely and that we will return to our homes and rebuild them, because unfortunately, more than half of the Gaza Strip has had its homes destroyed. We hope that war will not return and that the ceasefire will hold.
Okay, let's cross to Gaza City now. Hani Mahmoud is standing by for us there. And Hani, this military expansion, what are the implications of this, especially when we consider the phase 2 of the ceasefire deal?
Good morning, Nick. And the ongoing Israeli actions on the ground, the offenses, non-stop expansion of the yellow line are jeopardizing the transition into phase 2 of the ceasefire. We're seeing this happening on a daily basis. There isn't a day that goes by without hearing the sounds of explosion. That are the results of expanding the yellow line, destroying remaining buildings, public facilities and infrastructure in the eastern part of the Gaza Strip, but mainly here in Gaza City. There is more of these offenses on the ground. The military activities of the Israeli military in destroying major part of this area are happening on a daily basis. The past 24 hours have been very difficult. They were more of a reminders of the early weeks of the genocidal act across the Gaza Strip. Non-stop explosions of many of the buildings, the infrastructures, the areas that for people who are very close to the area, they were forced to flee. Anyone who is adjacent to Salah ad-Din Road is very close and within the parameter of these attacks, and the debris, the flying rocks and stones as a result of the explosion fell on their tents, forcing them to move away from the area toward the western part of these areas have been brought under the threat of the ongoing Israeli military actions. And so far we're seeing the area that is under the direct Israeli military control expanding to include areas that at some point people were hoping it would be the area where they would be sheltering and in a preparation for phase 2 of the ceasefire, and then moving into their neighborhoods. And what we're talking about here, vast neighborhoods like a Shujaiya, Tufah neighborhood in the northern eastern part of Gaza City, and a Zaytun neighborhood, the eastern southern part of Gaza City, and more of the Shujaiya neighborhood. Total population of 300,000 people that have been now forced and scattered across Gaza City. That's what's been happening. And just in the past minutes, we still hear the mechanical hum of the drones coming from the eastern part. The air is still thick with the smoke, thick with the smell of dust coming from the eastern part, because it has been a sleepless night for many of the people who live near this area toward the center part of Gaza City. Same scenario repeats itself in Khan Yunis, the eastern part of the city, and toward the northern part of the Gaza Strip. That includes Beit Lahia as well as the city of Beit Hanun, where the Israeli military continue to expand and eating up more territories that has become under its control.
Yeah, the tensions never dwindle, do they? So, Hani, reopening the Rafah crossing, an important part of the ceasefire deal. What are we hearing about the possibility of that?
Mm-hmm. Well, so far it's quite ambiguous what's going to happen with the Rafah crossing, but there is a possibility that it's going to reopen, and this could happen anytime soon. But the expectations here are mixed. The fragile hopes and the deep fears here for many people here. The reopening could offer a lifeline for many of the people here. The sick, the wounded could have access to better medical care outside the Gaza Strip. This also could bring a reuniting family members separated by 2 years of bombardment and destruction. For many people who shared their thoughts with us, they're saying that this could be the beginning of less restrictions or easing the restrictions on the Gaza Strip, and the hope more of the much needed humanitarian aid are going to be allowed through the Rafah crossing, even though right now the Israeli military is very clear that the crossing is only going to be open for only passenger people to leave in and out of the Gaza Strip. And so far, the Israeli military is pushing for one-way exit out of the Gaza. But fears remain here, as this is going to be limited, temporary, and only benefiting a few people here, selective group of people to leave the Gaza Strip. And the fear right now among people that this is going to deepen their permanent state of displacement, as people, if they leave, they won't be able to come back. There are no guarantees that people are going to come back if they leave.
Of course, and getting that aid in is just desperately needed, isn't it? Hani, thanks for that. Hani Mahmoud there reporting from Gaza City. Thank you.
Don't miss out and get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.